You see, the spiritual transformation, what in Jesus' terms is being born again, is to switch from devotion to your physical parents to your spiritual parent, which is God Almighty. Now, it doesn't matter how Christian, godly, spiritual your parents may appear. It's the perfection of what you truly value that you must worship. And that is imagined, envisaged, yeah, I don't know. You're envisioning it. I don't like that word now. You're imagining it. I think that's a safer word in a way, although that sounds dangerously variable, but it is what you see to be as truly right, as opposed to, my parents were clearly providing for me. Dad in a somewhat distant way, material and basic protection and so on. Mum in a more sensitive, loving way, you would say. Daily needs and... but they both thought I was a good child, in a sense, until, if you like, I became more adult-like and exercised my will. And then, I was neither conforming to Dad's materialist world, as it seems, or Mum's what turned out to be quite a materialist, ungodly foundation of, dominantly hating Dad. And those that have obstructed Mum achieving what she values. So she valued for me what I was not purposing. I was purposing being vegetarian and notions of God. And she found that alien, of course. So then she becomes your enemy, because she's pitched against what your values are. And you can only go on by pursuing your values. So you must follow your true parent, which is your understanding of what God is, the one that has ultimate sovereignty of all. And you're hoping, of course, that he's a good God from your point of view, has your values. And you can only live in that hope. You could hardly hope for things that are not your values. Do you see, I'm back to, you can only love the one that personifies your values. And that's in the imagination. Or, that's from the world's point of view, or from the spiritual, conceptual, your conception of what is good and right and truly value up to you. So at some point you become an adult. In worldly terms, you plough off and do your thing. And, you're concerned for Mum and Dad like you're concerned for your own children and family, but you have your values, not theirs. You're concerned for all people, but you have your values, not necessarily theirs. Do you see? So the born again, the structure of the concept of being born again is that true adulthood is to follow your God, where your God is the perfection of your view, and that your view by such devotion leads you to a perfect view of what you hope is the real God. But it's all based on hope and trust and faith in that which you cannot see, but which you find through your experience here in this world to be what you truly value. And if what you truly value are the worldly values of this world, then you find you are transitory in terms of this world. In which case you probably need to come back to this world or something very like it until you learn just how transitory it is and how much it does not satisfy you and how much you long for what you truly value, which is life, creativity, peace, joy, hope, integrity, fullness of life, blessing, life eternal. And that personified is your God, ultimately. You will find from your experience of being here, if you're here or something like it, long enough. When you attain to that crystal realization of value, then you've graduated. And there's no point in you returning to such a place or like it again. You have life eternal by the grace and the goodness and the love of God. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.